West Philly thing. This a West Philly mode right here. Hey yo, I want y'all to see the film.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospel light, bitch.
Hey, don't go wild.
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick loaded for him, page and line up. Young nigga named the Slayer. What you think? What you be done to try? Some cold shit we got it. You BK too solid. Little bitch like I'm.
I used to be nice,
bitch. I ain't the one. You walk like every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right mind, don't wait. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Shop on shit, I'm about it.
Hey, show me how about listen, man, shout out, man. Nation-Isupk TV. Listen, I heard shit be popping, man. It's on YouTube, right? Yeah, I'm Captain Maya, ISUBK under command of Juliana. Listen, man, check out Nation-Isupk TV. It's where it's at. It's hot. Noah. Y'all get down with Nation-Isupk TV, man.
She can never get a piece home. You're a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass touring. In Tennessee while I'm touring. As a Tennessee,
yo, Nation TV, y'all know what it is. Slide right through anything. I
keep that stick loaded for him, page line up. Young nigga named the Slayer. What you think? What you be done to try? South Coast shit, we bout it. You PK too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch. I ain't the one. Walk right every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right mind the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood.
Alright, man. Back live on Nation-Isupk TV, my motherfucking brother. From you where you from.
This Yonkers to
Draco with a magazine. Yeah, the clip like limousine. I shoot your ass in a spring. Why bust your ass in a temple? We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you so big.
Yonkers, Jersey, Brick City. I mean, you can't lead out there. I mean,
yeah. All right. So, first of all, you from Brick City. You from North. You from the home of Redman.
That's a fact.
Queen Latifah, Naughty by Nature.
That's a fact.
Goddamn, New Jersey Drive.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Talk about coming up in that type. You know what I mean? That type area, that type city.
Coming up in Jersey, especially where I'm from North, living young. You know what I mean? Coming up on the block, I came up from actually from the block that Ghetto Nation is from Eaton. You know what I mean? Everybody from over there can tell you stories about, you know, brawls that Naughty by Nature done had. A lot of y'all might not know about Rotten Rascals. You know what I mean? Shootouts that they done had. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that. The whole hood could tell you that over there. That's the block I'm from Eaton and all those 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, Roseville, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
All of that. You know what I mean? That's where I'm from. It's a real rich music area. Everybody over there in music. I mean, it might sound similar to a lot of areas and shit, but keep it real. It's so intertwined in Jersey. Like Jersey is so overlooked as far as we so close to New York.
Right.
You know, similar to like a Philly or something like that. You just so close, you get overshined. You see what I'm saying? You get overshined by the so-called Mecca, right? What we consider the Jerusalem of America. You get overshined, but Jersey is rich musically. Everybody intertwined with one another. So many artists that either made it or semi-made it that you'll never hear from. But we consider them as goats. You know what I mean? But growing up in Jersey, there's a lot of gangs and a lot of music. You know what I mean? A lot of gangs and a lot of music.
A lot of music.
You learn to love it, unfortunately, though.
Right. So, I mean, anybody they know about Arsenal. He from North, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, he claimed, like, Grape Street, you know what I'm saying? So I would think that gang life wasn't really as prevalent as it would be, you know what I'm saying, in the West Coast, because in Philly, I mean, you don't really get too many gangs like that. So,
right.
Like, you say, like, gangs, like, what you mean? Like, what's gang life in North?
So gang life in North, it's more so, it's like you said, you got a couple grapes out there, you got numerous Crip sets, and you got a couple rollers out there, you got some hoovers out there, you got numerous blood sets. I can get into all the blood sets or not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gang life in North is basically the same as everywhere else. You stand on your pivot. I mean, fortunately in North, you got the benefit of sometimes you might be a whole city away from who you're beefing with, blocks away. I mean, I know areas, other areas like Chicago and things like that. You right next to each other.
Right.
North, as high as the murder rate is, and it's unfortunate, them brothers, at least, they not right next to each other. It could be a whole lot worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The gang culture as of recently has actually shifted towards a more, what neighborhood are you from? So you got a whole lot of gangs that's clicked up with one another, which proves that gang life is garbage. Because ain't nobody really just sticking to, I'm this set of blood, I'm this set of Crip. It's more like, I don't care what you are no more. If you from What street we on right now?
It's 9th Street.
You care about State Street, right?
Yeah, we on 9th Street.
We on 9th. You know what I'm saying? We on 9th Street. They be like, all right, if you from 9th, 10th, 11th, we Nonville. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It don't matter what you bang and stuff like that. Proves it's garbage. Because ISUPK, of course, we'll never commit no type of fraudery like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But gang life in Newark is just all types of messed up. It's all type of, you grow up with somebody in school, they're your friends, they live on the opposite side of town, now all of a sudden y'all turn 16, 14, you beefing, ain't nothing you can do about it. There's no really picking and choosing, it is what it is.
Right. Okay, so it's like any other place with gang life. It's just
the same thing, man.
It's just a part of the fabric of the neighborhood.
Yeah, and it's actually a little worse because a lot of people don't know is LA came up the North and established the motherland. You know what I'm saying? So Cali came up the North and established a lot of these gangs officially. You know what I'm saying? So they feel like they got homegrown ties to the motherland, and they make us feel like we gotta rep harder, we gotta go harder, we be more official in certain areas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, us being black people, being official is everything to us.
Right. You know
what I'm saying? You ain't official, you don't get a respect. You know what I'm saying? Whether you on the left-hand side or the right-hand side.
Right.
You see what I mean? So it's like, if you bang it and you ain't official, like they own you even more. It just make the gang life so much worse than North. Because we tied into the motherland.
Right. Right. That's crazy. All right.
Actually, a lot of y'all know Tretch.
Yeah.
Like, Tretch was very instrumental. Very instrumental. I'm not gonna get into all that. I don't know. He's very instrumental in some things out there. Put it like that. A lot of these brothers that you might know from the area, famous brothers, a couple of them very instrumental in some of the gang life out there as far as foundations. Foundations, certain things. These certain things, I ain't gonna say too much. I don't want the brothers get indicted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or in trouble for anything that I say. But a lot of these brothers, you could trace a lot of the origins back to some famous people. They get down. Even the famous people from Jersey get down.
I heard that. All right, so so the question first, like, so all right, if you come from that, how'd you wind up on West UPK? You know what I'm saying? How'd you wind up on that way?
Oh man, it's crazy. I just told my shorty about this in the car. Man, I learned I was an Israelite from some squeeze. I call him a squeeze. He was squeezed the life out of him. The man was a squeeze, man. He made everything just so fruity, so disgusting, so, you know what I mean? Like, he was responsible for a lot of crimes while claiming he was in the truth. Put it like that. I ain't even gonna tell y'all who he was affiliated with, but I'm gonna say ICBK is home of the truth. I'm not gonna say all that. The brother was a squeeze. Wound up getting me in a whole lot of trouble by listening to him. I dropped the Israelite thing, like, man, this was Israelite being I can go back to the streets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I go do what I do. I know the area I'm from, the hood I'm from. I'm like, man, I can go play that without having the mental angst of, you can't do this, you can't do that, because you this.
Right.
If you're gonna teach me I should do this anyway, I just might as well do it and go be a damn blood.
Right.
I don't know if I curse on it.
Yeah, that's
gonna be a fucking blood. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a fucking blood. You see what I'm saying? Like, this shit don't make no damn sense. I'll go back to what the fuck I was doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, long story short, I learned about it in Jersey. He moved us down to VA. I knew nothing about camps at the time. All I knew was he the only person I knew that knew this. You know what I'm saying? So I see him watching some camp. I'm like, damn, these niggas that do this on the corners, niggas that talk. You know what I'm saying? These niggas that do this. I come back to Jersey and shit. I start running the streets more. I get into a bunch of trouble, attempts. On me, attempts, committing attempts. You know what I'm saying? It just made me realize, like, everything, the Israelite thing just kept playing in my mind. Like, I wasn't able to move, I would say, as efficiently as I used to in the streets. Right. Because I'm second guessing moves, I'm moving wrong, I feel like I'm going crazy. Anytime I smoke weed, anytime I smoke weed, I'm tripping the hell out. I'm thinking somebody trying to murder me, which they really was. Everybody in the world, you got somebody trying to kill you. Most, how want you going? Damn, you see what I'm saying? So, like, you all about to get murdered, you on death's door, but it really made me feel like I was going insane. Knowing that I'm an Israelite and still trying to run the block. So what ended up happening was one night, somebody pulled up on me, mistaken identity. They bust the corner, I'm taking the trash out, man, like a Jeep. They say Jacob like to dwell in tents and chill, man. I ain't chilling with the flip-flops on and the tank top and the basketball shorts. I had the trash in my hand, chilling. This cat bust a move, skirt right in front of me, up a pole. Y'all know what a pole is. He pulls a gun up. Trash right here, man. Trash can, I'm just stuck like this. And they say in the world, you look like somebody's a bad thing. You look at me, wave it off and pull off. Man, I'm sitting there shocked for like an extra 15 seconds, like with the trash in my hand like this. I drop it, I go back inside, act like nothing happened.
Right.
I'm sitting there, I'm in my room shaking, like shaking. Now, in the world, completely in the world, I wouldn't have shook at that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I probably would have even reacted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I went upstairs and was shaking. I'm like, damn, man, I would spend 6 hours alone in my room studying, trying to find out what the hell is going on after that. You know what I mean? So what wound up happening is I'm watching a video. I can't recall what video, I ain't going front, but I'm watching the ISUPK video, of course. And I'm like, damn, yo, home of the truth, home of the truth, home of the truth.
Right.
And something that was in me from Jersey is, like I told you, being black, period, like originality. So coming from a gang background, we really start to embrace motherland. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got a motherland, you from the founder, you from that. So ISUPK start saying home of the truth. I ain't really watched so many other cameras, but I'm like, I see them and I'm like, y'all gotta be frauds. You know what I'm saying? I look a couple of videos, it's like they wasn't coming off right. They're talking about, let's sleep with a couple heathens. I want Asian wives. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that.
Right.
It just ain't hit me right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm studying. I get into online classes without calling anybody. Shout out Captain Zariak, because I eventually called him.
Shout out Captain Zariak.
Which is a funny thing. I get online, I tell Captain Shock, like, man, I'm tired of being an online Israelite.
Yeah.
He's like, oh shit, Musa crazy. He said, where you from? I told him where I'm from. He said, it's like close to New York. This is all in a little chat online on YouTube and shit. Back when we still did the chat on upk.com.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we were all on that shit. He responding as I'm typing, but he was responding verbally.
Yeah.
I'm watching him, he like, sorry, I got work for you. You better call that damn number. He says, matter of fact, somebody post that damn number. Post that number.
Who was that? That was Captain Zakar?
Captain Shock said that in class.
Captain
Tuesday
Shock?
Brotherhood class, that shit grew me. You know what I'm saying? Tuesday Brotherhood class with Captain Shock, that shit grew me.
Shout out Captain Mashak.
You feel me?
DC.
Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? So I get to talking to Captain Zariak. He basically just making me feel like I ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I ain't shit. He like, in a brotherly way.
Yeah.
Like, you need to do better. I'm like, damn, I do. I spend about 6 hours just studying every day. I had no slave. I took everything I got from ill-gotten money in the world and burned it. Like, I was just feeling like I was just nothing. Threw it in the trash. Anything I got from Christmas, anything I got from dope money, threw the shit in the trash or I burned it or something. I start calling Captain Cottons out for counsel, man.
Shout out Cap Cottons out.
Shout out Cap Cottons. I'm calling Cap Cottons for counsel every motherfucking day for nothing. 6 times a day for nothing. He made me feel like my problems were small shit to a giant. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going through, which is good for any brother watching, is your problems will eventually be small shit to a giant. You just keep on trekking through what you trekking through and you got it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The brotherhood got you. You know what I mean? So he make me feel like my problems small shit to a giant, going through it. Eventually, I had no bread. I still didn't want to work for the white man, but I knew I couldn't sell drugs no more. I borrowed. I'm gonna tell y'all this story right here. I ain't gonna get too much into it. I don't want to seem like I'm nothing because I ain't shit. It's a lie. Let me say it gracefully. The manager and how to made me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not nothing, man. My righteousness is nothing. I borrowed $13 from my mother. I'm 17 at the time. I go get on the train to New York, go there, come back. Hop a turnstile. Don't hop a turnstile if y'all watching this. I hop a turnstile. I'm trying to save the money so I could get back and forth to class more.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I hop the turnstile. I get back. I find out that I could stand outside the camp even though I couldn't come in the camp. Yeah. So I'm like, damn, I had like not $1. I had $6.50. I paid it. I walked to Penn Station, North Penn Station from my house, like 40-minute walk. I hit that boom, hop on the PATH train. I'm on 32nd when I get on 32nd and 6th Avenue. I find, 7th, whatever the hell avenue I found. I walk like 93 blocks up to 125th Street. 93 New York blocks. I ain't nothing y'all brothers could do way better than me. I know many who have done way better than me.
That's hunger though. That's grit.
Yeah, man. When you almost die. You see what I'm saying? And you forget almost die. When you die, it's over. When you going insane over weeks or periods of time, it's different than death. It's different.
It's crazy.
It is different.
It's crazy because it's like death really came to your doorstep.
It came to my doorstep.
It really it chased you into the truth. I mean, like you ain't really coming to the truth. Like you was chased into this joint.
I got ran in here.
I ran in this joint.
No one's like you could die. Or you can come in the truth. That's why I know if I ever leave, I know I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got no plans to go nowhere. You see what I'm saying? I ain't got no plans to go nowhere. I walk them blocks up there. I'm watching these brothers teach, man. I watch Captain Carr teach.
Sean Capsicum.
Cap Katazar, a couple of the other officers who were there at the time. I can't remember everybody's name. Had this crazy knee issue at the time. I just walked 93 blocks.
Yeah.
I'm doing this right here, waving and swaying. I'm like, I'm trying to stand out there, man. I'm over here doing the pee-pee dance on the corner of 125th and Lennox Avenue, man.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. I mean, I've been calling Cap and Cesar and Cap Katazar for a while now. I never told nobody I had this knee issue, man. The spirit of the Lord is with them brothers, man. Them brothers let me sit down in the back right there. They didn't view me as a threat, man. You know what I'm saying? They let me sit down in the back to rest my legs before I walk back down them damn blocks to get back on that train, man. You know what I'm forever grateful for it because that just showed me like you could never leave somebody do that for you.
Yeah.
I got so many stories in the world where nobody did nothing half as good with 3 times the reason to. You know what I'm saying? So like that sticks to me forever. I don't tell that story too much because I don't want to seem like I'm anything. Them 93 blocks ain't nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I can give you countless stories of everything.
No, but it is though. Like it's nothing to you. I mean, you might seem it's nothing nowadays, or to another man. You know what I'm saying? Because you great until somebody else do greater than you. You know what I'm saying? So at one point in time, a nigga never walked 93 blocks until you came. You know what I'm saying? The next nigga might walk 200 blocks. I mean, but you set the bar, like you set the foundation of what ambition is, what determination is. You had that will to survive. And just that little bit of will that you had made you walk those blocks and brought you ahead. Now we see who we see today. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. I'm saying my brother could walk the ball. I mean, as UPK know, you know what I'm saying? 5 Steezy. You know what I mean? So shout out to you for walking the 93 blocks, because without that, you know what I'm saying, we would have never had that track together.
Damn right. That's right, man. That's right, man.
So what's up with the music, man? What you on this music tip, man?
Oh man, with the music, I ain't gonna tell you, man.
So boy, you pour the cutters out of me.
All right. So I got a process. I like to record a lot at one time. So what I'm doing is I got so much going on. You know what I'm saying? The grace and mercy of the Most High, He allowed me to try to raise the state up, try to raise Norca, the city of Norca. Right. So I'm focused on that. And once I got some free time off for doing that, you know, and the white man get off my back. You know what I'm saying? Then I plan on, you know, I'm gonna do a whole day. Right. About six beans, I'm saying 6 whole beans or whatever in the studio. And I'm a
bean is 100 for everybody that's not there.
Bean is 100, you know what I mean? 6 whole beans, and I'm gonna run it up. I'm gonna run it down. I'm gonna do about 4 or 5, you know what I'm saying? Right. The music is my passion. I definitely gave it up for the truth. Yeah. There's a brother in the truth, no longer with us, but he sparked me again. You know what I mean? He had sparked me. And when I realized I had the talent to do it in the school as well, I mean, I basically, I feel like I need to do it. You know what I mean? I feel like I need to. Right. It's like a relief. It's like a release, like camp. Right. You know what I mean? You just get to let loose. But I definitely got some things in the work. This time I own the beats. I know a lot of brothers be hitting me up because I'm not, because I'm black. I don't own that beat. Y'all can't put that in a lot of your podcasts and stuff like that and monetize it. I do not own that beat. I appreciate y'all for rocking with the song. But I do not own that beat. So I can't find a brother who did it. You know what I mean? So it's like,
but I actually got some of your tracks on the Knock TV intros. Yeah.
So that's love right there. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, look, they know, man. We know. You know what I'm saying? Just keep doing what you're doing, man. Just keep being who you know is Bob, man. My brother. You know what I'm saying? He rocking them out. All right, but let me ask you a question. So you've been in gang life and you here today, right? How would you define brotherhood?
Oh man, I'm gonna give you another story. You second let this law enforcement pass over. I'm gonna give you another story. I just told one of my ribs or whatever like that. So I'm gonna give you a story of the gang like you a story of the truth. Y'all should be able to pick up on the difference. If not, I'll tell you the difference. You know what I mean? I'm playing a basketball game in 8th grade. I'll tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm into all that or whatever like that. So I get to arguing with the coach after the game. We lose the playoff game. He started blaming us for the loss when it was the point guards and the shooting guards. I was a big man.
Shout out to the forwards.
Shout out to the forwards. The Suns played their role. You see what I'm saying? So, man, I get to arguing with him, man. He said something on him. I'm from the hood. He was from the hood, too. He was a grown man, like 35, 14, 13, 14. But we both from the same ghetto. So he knew what he said when he said, I got something for you. When we was arguing, I'm like, man, you doing something? He said, what? You want to do all that? I got something for you. I said, you got something for me? I took my shirt off, man. My homie from the other team ran in our locker room because he heard the commotion holding me back. Man, long story short, he get his cousin to come. He was in a gang, but not in the gang that I beefed with. Him and somebody else jumped me, right? So they came at, he said, of course, the world is not. I'm like, nah. The brother was next to me. They didn't know his face. He looking shook like they wanted him. I'm like, nah, I don't know. This is right after the game. I'm like, nah, I don't know. Like, all right, bet. Me and get to walking. All my other homies is there too, but me and get to walking, right? Back up the way. Man, we walking up this block, Springdale and EO. It just takes off. I'm like, I look at him, I'm like, looking at him running, I turn. I see the dude that asked me right here next to me. I see some of his mans right here next to me. I'm like, I already knew it was up. So he like, you said you ain't somebody. I'm like, nah, I get to put at least this little Blackberry lookalike. I was poor. I had this little Blackberry lookalike. Stuffed it right here. Stuffed it. Boom, they get stomping on me. They run after they done. I get up, they gone. All the way down the street, they gone. I get up looking for him first. Supposed to be, you know, whatever. Your brother. Any gang sign for anybody. Just we supposed to be tight. You know what I mean? Whatever like that. Long story short, they looking for him, they jump me. You see what I'm saying? Whatever like that. Calling him, he ducking me, he don't answer. He seen him, he ran. I protected this man, potentially saved his life. Right. He left me for the wolves. You know what I'm saying? And we both heard that somebody in that crowd had a gun, had a strap. You know what I mean? That's the only reason I didn't get down back. After they snuffed me, whatever, boom, I let them get their one off. He won on me. Man, and the truth, let me tell you something, man. I done went through something with, I don't know if the story is why I told, so I can't tell that one. I don't know if we've ever told that one. I'm in the truth, man.
It's not TV, polite, man. It's all exclusives, man.
It's all exclusives, man. But I got to get clearance from Captain to mention this story, man. That's beyond me. I'm not trying to get checked for Knock TV. Y'all subscribe to Knock TV, but I ain't trying to get checked for it. I'd tell you another one. Y'all know Polite came up to the camp, man. Y'all all know the story that went down there. Y'all don't know, it was about a week or two before that. Some Puerto Rican brother came there. And this was a hot summer. This was a hot summer in New York. Some white devil came up there, some chick, trying to bite us. Me and brother Mahogabah spitting in our direction, all that. You know, Polite came, he trying to cross the line, told him to cross the fucking line, get the fuck out of here. Nigga got the fuck out of there. Right. You know what I mean? But everybody stepped up to that plate. What y'all don't see, I haven't seen that video in a while, so maybe y'all do see, but what y'all don't see in that video is the 40 people Polite had behind him. So y'all don't see. And we don't count men like that, but we didn't have 40. We maybe had 20% of that, 25% of that at that camp. You know what I mean? Y'all don't see that behind him, though. Maybe y'all did. I ain't seen it in a while. Another week, Puerto Rican brother came with a bat, like with the bus on just 2x. He's like, I'm gonna do 2x4. Cause leave, cause come back, 2x4. Everything. I'm just staring at him like, on post, like, you gonna have to bust a move, buddy. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because my orders is I can't do nothing to you until you cross this line. You see what I'm saying? So I get an order. Right. You're gonna have to do something. Right. You know what I mean? In the world, I had a bit of a fighting problem. So I kind of wanted him to cross the line. Right. Shout out to you. You know what I mean? But the brother never crossed it. He had brothers that done told us they're gonna come back with a strap, they're gonna come back with a gun. You see what I'm saying? All types of things. Shout out to Kentucky 8. I know what went down with the Kentucky 8. Shout out to Kentucky 8. Basically, that man that ran on me in the world, I saved his life. Not even, I kid you not. Let's say it happened at 8, I saved his life. They ran back up on us at like 8:07. I saved his life not even 10 minutes ago. Right. The nigga dipped on me. We both knew somebody in their crowd had a strap. You know, we ain't had no beef with them, so we not thinking nothing of it. Right. But that could have been the end of my life for saving your life. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you willing to mix for the ball, and then he run on you.
And then ball run. He takes off down the block.
Right, but now when it go down, man, not only do they stand strong, you stand strong.
That, man, let me tell you something, man. Y'all seen that video? I seen Captain Zion step in front of Katazan.
Yeah.
It ain't because Katazan ain't capable. Don't get that mistaken at all. It's not because he ain't capable.
Right.
It's simply because Bizarre, that's his cat. Like, you gonna do something. You gonna do something to me first.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? You hit it right on the head. Like you gave me the perfect definition of what brotherhood is. You know what I'm saying, and what it is in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because that question gets asked a lot on our TV. But you broke it down somewhere I'd never heard broken down before. You gave us the real definition of what brotherhood is, and you could only really find brotherhood in the UPK. That's you know what I'm saying? Because you was in like y'all. I don't know if y'all was banging, but. You know what I'm saying? Like if you say that's how
he was banging. No, what I will say is he wasn't supposedly. I'm about to lie. He was supposed to be banging.
He was
supposed to be banging with me.
So so you're supposed to be from the same set, same squad.
Same squad, same area. Yeah. Hang with the same crowd, all that.
And he rolled on you.
Man, they couldn't believe he rolled on me.
And that's crazy because he pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like if you first of all you stood up for him. And second of all, when he rolled on you, he already knew what was about to happen to you. I guess he thought you was gonna run too, but you ain't built like that.
I'm not, but man, let me tell you something. I be laughing on my show. They be like, man, black people one run, we all run, and it's funny. You know what I'm saying? Because but I mean, a situation like this, my man's. I'm with a brother like that's just a joke. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In reality, they press me this close, asking me, pulling in his face like I don't know. And he's standing right here. Yeah. And he's sitting there looking like this. Yeah. But I'm like, I'm not thinking of that. Like, oh, bro, scared. I'm not getting on him. I'm like, yo, let's get bro out of here. Yeah. We go up the block. Bro, he sees them. I'm texting some girl I'm talking to back then. We 8th grade. Yeah. I'm texting some girl I'm talking to, man.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to her, man. she man.
Yo, you shout out.
She gotta come back to the truth, man. I gotta find her, man. Light skin Jamaican, man. Yeah. Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's exciting, bro.
It's a lot. But you know what I mean? And that went down like that, man. That just showed me. It showed me some bull. I'm calling all my mans after that. What was y'all like? Yeah. The ones I was usually relying. I usually be with him like that, but I was with him when he supposed to be from the same set. So I'm like, what was y'all like? Like, man, we went this way, man. We was this, we was this girl, we was. So I wound up getting the scraps from all my guys over that. I never found him. And let me tell you something else. It's more profound. When I found the school, I didn't get my name yet. When I found the school, I had a brother in the world that it's cool or whatever. He calls me like, yo, you ever found that boy that jumps you now? I'm like, nah, at this point, I'm off that. This is years ago now, so I'm off it. He like, yo, I just seen him walk in his house. I got the 30 on me right now. What you want? I'm like, no, leave him alone, bro. First, I ain't believe him. I'm like, where you at? He like, I'm in front of the park, in front of Washington. I'm like, so I knew he was over there. I'm like, don't do that, bro. I'm like, don't. And that's only because of the school. I'm keep it very honest. It's only because of the school, because in my eyes, violated me. No matter if it's 3 years ago, I was trying to get up with you ever since. You see what I'm saying? That's violation. You see what I'm saying? But I ain't even glorifying that I wanted to do it. Right. It's messed up that I even wanted to do it back then. The fact that I came to the school, they made me realize, like, that happened. That's messed up. He pussy. But you found the truth. You gotta let him go. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let all that go. Christ give you a second chance. How you gonna hold that against him? You want Christ to hold your sins against you? Let him go, bro. Relax. So you know what I mean?
That's brother.
You'll never experience something like that in the UPK. I got other stories, but some of them gotta be cleared by a captain. Before I get one of my mouth.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look, the world need to know Wall, man. Wall story need to be, you know what I'm saying, worldwide, because you complex brother, mad intricate. You feel what I'm saying? And your story is not like any other brother in the truth, but every brother in the truth went through raw mix-ups to get where you are today. You know what I mean? So your story, man, is amazing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad to see you here today. I'm glad to see you, my brother. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to you, man. Shout out to everything you went through. You know what I'm saying? Because it made you who you are today. You know what I'm saying? You went through the fire to get that name. I mean, what your name mean anyway?
My name mean painless, man. Let me tell you something. The world got a whole lot of pain to give you, man. It really don't mean nothing. That word got a whole lot of pain to give you. My full name is Kawal Gabar, so Painless Warrior.
Painless Warrior.
The world got a whole lot of pain it can give you, man. You can fold. Don't get me wrong. You see brothers that fold every day when they drunk in front of the liquor store. They asking you, saying you a one-west soldier. You look like you in the gang or something. Brother might ask you for a hit. You know what I'm saying? That's not even what you do.
Right.
But the brother just see you looking so damn hardcore, he assume you sell drugs.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Those brothers have folded. It's unfortunate. We do reach out to those brothers. Those are brothers we want in the school, 100%. The murderers, the gangbangers, the druggies, the drug dealers. Them brothers have folded. So I'm saying the world gave a whole lot of pain, and without the ISUPK, like, there would be no black race. I want y'all to truly understand that there'd be no black, Hispanic, Native Indians, because we have people trying to commit genocide against us. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than just Trump. I know it's popular to just think on that. I need y'all to think on everything that always happened. That's been happening before he got in there. Racism ain't new because that orange hair freak them got in office. Right. You know what I'm saying? It ain't new. He exposed it. He showed it to you. You know what I'm saying? He ain't hide his hand. That's it, man. I'm also add, if y'all voting, I don't know when you're going to drop this, but if y'all voting, stop. Right. That racism been there, man. The world's going to continue to give you that pain you feel from not being able to let your son walk down the block at 9 o'clock at night in whatever neighborhood he wants to. He can't go to the store no more. And you think it's just gangs. No, the cops will harass him and kill him. The cops will do that, bro. Go to Chicago. Everybody love talking about Chicago. It's big gang this, big gang that. North, they say North is the place that never been scared. That's the little moniker for North. They say LA is motherland. Go to these places, ask these gangsters, ask what's really going down. Niggas is shooting. Cops is shooting too, though. Cops is shooting too. We love to just take whatever CBS put out and just eat it. Just eat it. Why don't you go there and ask them brothers, man? Stop fearing your own kind. Go ask your cousin that bang. You know what I'm saying? Go ask every black person that's getting killed ain't black. You don't stand for black on black. I mean, they getting killed by a black brother. You don't stand for black on black crime, but I'd be a liar if I told you the cops is out there doing their job properly. That's what I actually needs to police the communities. Right. All that gang, everything I just mentioned to you, that don't happen if my father's in the ISUPK. You see what I'm saying? That don't happen. That's why we haven't chosen the ISUPK. It's integral. It is important. You got fathers in the ISUPK, man. Let me tell you something. You can still go up the wrong way. That's your prerogative. I'm not joining no gang if my father's in the ISUPK. Right. I'm not doing it. I would have already been around the hardest, most righteous, most brotherly, most loving men in the world. Why the hell would I go join the Bloods? Right. Why the hell would I go be a Crip? Right. You know what I'm saying? So I could be insane? I mean, no damn sense, man. No damn sense. The ISUPK is a complete necessity in the earth. It's a necessity. You know, a lot of brothers got gang stories, so y'all should know what I'm talking about. The ISUPK is a complete necessity. Your big homie probably told you gotta bang because it's a necessity. It was a necessity for the nigga that got killed too. You see what I'm saying? It's a necessity for him, the one that's locked up 25 to life, the one that got 17 for weed, the ones that Kamala Harris done put in jail. You know, it was a necessity for them to bang too. Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. Your necessity to be different. What's necessary for you is you join the ISUPK because banging ain't do shit for us. Right. You know what I mean? Man, that's heavy, man. That's heavy, man. Look, man, this Kawaga ball, man. Heavy hitter out of New Jersey, Brick City, man. I subscribe to No Cowards, New Jersey. Yeah. Anything else you want to say to the people, man? Let me tell you something. I'm not doing this thing. Big shout out to Knock TV. Shout out to the generals of the ISUPK, captains, officers, the troopers, the young men fighting to come up in here, the sisters that stand hardcore with these brothers, the sisters fighting to come up in here, man. Don't get taken out. Y'all see the times we're in. Y'all see everything we're going through right now, man. This shit is not finna get better. Coronavirus gonna come away and something else gonna come. You see what I'm saying? The earth ain't getting better. Y'all know Trump, he out here. I follow the news close. It's my job. Trump out here brokering peace treaties with every fucking body. And you might be thinking that America's about to be great again. And you ain't gotta join the ISUPK because life not about to crumble.
The problem exists because white people think they're better than black people, and they want to oppress us, and they want us to allow ourselves to be oppressed.
This is I agree with you perfectly. This is the basic problem.
Then what do you
that white people think they're better than others?
I can't solve the problem. You guys pull the strings that close schools. You guys draw the boundaries that keep our kids restricted to the ghetto. You guys write up the restrictive covenants that keep us out of houses. So it's up to you to talk to your brothers and your sisters and persuade them that they have a responsibility. We've assumed ours for over 400 years, and we're tired of this kind of stuff now. We're not going to suffer patiently anymore. No more turning the other cheek. No more blessing our enemies. No more praying for those who despitefully use us. We're going to show you that we've learned the lessons you've taught us. We've studied your history, and you did not take over this country by singing "We Shall Overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with a man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama. And I can say you because you're part of the whole system. You profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it. You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us. As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated. Well, so you can have him. And here's what I'll say. I wish you would follow Jesus like we followed him. Because if you did that, then we'd be in charge tomorrow. I think the problem is so bad that we can have no understanding at all.
You think it's gotten to the point where there can never be that reconciliation? Then?
No. You talk about justice, and it means one thing to you, and we talk about it and it means something else to us. And it'll always be that way. And I'd like you to know I have a terrible feeling against preachers because I think you guys are the ones who are largely responsible for the problem in the first place. And you can accept it or not any way you choose. And for you, this may be an excursion, you know, across the line.
What about the person that wants to listen? I genuinely feel that I want to listen.
Well, if you listen and try to do something, you get kicked out of your church. See, that's where your people are.
Well, we can make changes, right? So the change that have come up in drastic.
God bless you, little brother. Come back and see us again sometime. And don't look back in anger. Thanks for taking it so well. He thought we were going to do in here like they do to us. If we went in one of their places, everybody would have jumped out their chairs and got some ropes together and hung one of us. We couldn't even go in one of their places like this. Right, Daniel? Yeah. Right. Which is the bigger threat to American democracy and the Constitution? A Vietnamese mother suckling her child, or a white racist governor in Alabama who says, in so many words, to hell with the Constitution and Johnson and everything else? Which is the greater threat to democracy?
This is true. These people have a kind of self-deception. You know, they believe, they circulate these myths so long that they've begun to believe them. And once you believe them, as they say, if you define a situation as being real, it will be real in its consequences. And this is just what's happened. They've come to actually believe this. And any evidence to the contrary, he's the exception. But the fact is, all the people who do struggle hard to accumulate a down payment, they do want something better for themselves and for their kids, and they hope that their neighbors will be the same kind of people that they are.
The black man fights for the white man, not for himself. He tells you to bleed and you bleed. He said, go bleed in Korea for the white man, and you go bleed because you have to. He tells you to go to Vietnam or Lebanon or Laos, and we have to bleed. Then in Mississippi or Alabama or Omaha, Nebraska, where they're taking our rights and we know who the people are who are taking them, we don't have any blood then. We're radical. Just because we want to get the rights that we fight overseas for so the white man can have. We fight over there to defend his women and children and defend his land from attack. And while we're over there fighting for him, our own people are being attacked by the same white people over here we're supposed to be fighting to defend. Right.
Everybody's got something to fight for. Right? You got the rights that you fought for. Do you feel that? Do you say that, Sergeant? And I got out.
Do you feel that you're living under those rights now? Why should he go over there and fight the Vietnamese? They've done nothing to him. Working right in this own country, he can go places and he can't even get in a hotel. I mean, and he can drive in a place and might not even be able to get gas if the people don't look at your license plate and see where you're from. That's what he was talking about.
Have you ever been in Hawaii?
Yeah.
What do you think about you? They're black as you are, and I am, right?
Yeah.
Okay then. What a bottle of beer cost you? 80 cents, don't it? Will they speak to you? Because they got long, pretty hair.
No, that's not what the white man got there and contaminated them.
You can't go to places in Japan, man.
And you know what? You know why? The American white man.
But the Japanese gonna keep you out.
Why? Well, look, man, let me say this now. Even if you go some other over there and they mistreat you, well, you can't feel too bad. That's not your home. But when you come to your own home and mistreated, then you really feel mistreated. This is my home here. And if it's being the fight, we should fight here.
Amen. Right.
You know what I mean? Why go over there and fight?
Have you ever been turned away from a hotel by Vietnamese, by a Chinese, a Japanese, a Korean, a Lebanese? How about a white man?
Yeah.
Then if we should fight the man who's hurting us, and the white man is one, and he lives in this country.
Empire of the Hearst family was kidnapped by the leftist armed group known as the SLA. 2 months later, Patricia adopted the name Tanya and joined the ranks of the SLA, participating in bank robberies. She declared herself a member of the SLA, armed herself, and even posed for photographs. After the FBI's armed confrontation with the SLA, Patricia was arrested following her year-and-a-half-long fugitive period. She faced charges of armed robbery and terrorism. Patricia shocked the United States with her statement that she was innocent because everything was an action carried out under the influence of SLA. Patricia's case became a prominent example of the phenomenon known as the Stockholm Syndrome, where hostages sympathize with or even join their captors due to brainwashing or survival instincts. In 1974, Patricia Hearst, the heiress to the media empire of the Hearst family, was kidnapped by the leftist armed group known as the SLA. 2 months later, Patricia adopted the name Tanya and joined the ranks of the SLA, participating in bank robberies. She declared herself a member of the SLA, armed herself, and even posed for photographs. After the FBI's armed confrontation with the SLA, Patricia was arrested following her year-and-a-half-long fugitive period. She faced charges of armed robbery and terrorism. Patricia shocked the United States with her statement that she was innocent because everything was an action carried out under the influence of SLA. Patricia's case became a prominent example of the phenomenon known as the Stockholm Syndrome, where hostages sympathize with or even join their captors due to brainwashing or survival instincts. In 1974,
All right, I'm saying Christ. Baba Gashar, just check the sound. Let's see if the other one the aqua. Oh, I hear it. I'm saying Christ. All right. All right, we're gonna start rocking and rolling in 2 seconds. Shalom, y'all, Bashim, y'all, shall rock it to the brothers. Shalom, y'all, Shamar, Bashim, y'all, to the sisters. I'm preaching officer Barakazar. You know what I'm saying? From Nation-Isupk, no coward, Yonkers. And this is the Israelite School and New School Practical Knowledge. Started off at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Giuliano. And since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. They are God's chosen people according to the Bible. Let's clap it up for the Most High God. And once again, you know what I'm saying? This is Tuesday Brotherhood class. You know what I mean? To let you know, also talking about the sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? According to the Bible, let's clap it up. For Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we have played this video. We played a video, you know what I mean? We played a video that our oppressors love to see us ask for, you know what I mean? Ask for their you know what I'm saying? Their love. And we love our oppressor. Right now, you see, you know what I'm saying? You see our brothers and sisters, the Mexicans, the Venezuelans, the Ecuadorians is protesting right now. Then you see the propaganda that our slave master is putting out there, talking about your priest. You notice that everybody got the same talking point, talking about Black people, sit this out. Who told you? You see that they say the same thing. Black people, sit this out. Black people, sit this out. Black people, sit this out. Who gave us that slogan, sit this out? You notice that? Everybody's saying exactly the same thing. Nobody say, you know what? I'm not going to be down with the Mexicans is doing. Nobody say it like that. They would say, Black people, sit this out. Sound like, you know what I mean? Sound like somebody, you know what I mean? Sound like propaganda. It sound like, you know what I mean? It sound like somebody, you know what I'm saying, told us to say this. And when we say, let Black people, you know what I mean, so-called African Americans sit this out, we sound like white people. We sound like white people. Because I think white people told Mexicans in the 60s, yo, you should sit this out. White people told the Puerto Ricans, sit this out. Go ahead, please.
What do you mean by sit this out?
Oh, no. What I mean, like, don't participate in their protests.
Oh, okay.
That's the slogan. You see it? Sit this out. No, just sit on your hands. This is not your fight. You heard that one, right? This is not your fight. Sit this one out. This is the propaganda that our oppressor says about the 12 tribes of Israel. The same thing, our oppressor saying, hey, Puerto Ricans, you're not the same of these African Americans. This is not your fight. Cuba, even though, even though we lied about the beta pigs, even though we lied about that, it was propaganda that Cuba wanted to invade America. Meanwhile, America lied about because they invaded Cuba so they could take over Cuba, so they could have Cuba the same way that the Italian mafia had. Remember, Cuba was underneath the Italian mafia until Fidel Castro came out and kicked them out. Now, guess what happened? Now America don't like Cuba. We could pull up this. We could pull up the videos when America loved Cuba, but when Cuba started exercising their, started their independent country and they could have trade with anybody that they want, America didn't like that. America, I'm a sovereign country. If I want to do business with the Chinese, I could do. Why do you think you should do business with the Chinese if you're a sovereign country? Unless Cuba is underneath the American Constitution. You see that double talk of our oppressor? And this is what I always say. Jamaica don't have an army. Antigua don't have an army. Venezuela don't have an army. Mexico don't have an army. Ecuadorians don't have an army. You know who is Ecuadorians' army? You know who protect the Ecuadorians? Donald Trump. You know who protect the Dominicans? Donald Trump. Let Mexico get an army. Guaranteed America will invade a country. You're not allowed to have an army, Mexico. You're allowed to have an army against your own kind, but not an army to protect you from other countries. Dominicans, you're allowed to have an army to oppress Dominicans and Haitians, but you're not allowed to have an army to protect you from America. See what I'm getting at, priest? Venezuela, you're allowed to have an army against Venezuelans, but you're not allowed to have an army to protect you from America. This is what happened, Blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians, who are God's chosen people. We have fell for the banana in the tailpipe. Now we have gangbangers talking about, I'm going to vote for Trump because Trump going to take, Trump going to get rid of the immigrants. We got drug dealers in Chicago talking about these immigrants is selling all the drugs. You believe that? Drug dealers say immigrants are selling all the drugs in Chicago. We became homeborn slaves. But matter of fact, I'm just going to drop that. Baba Kashar. Go to my first scripture in Second Chronicles.
Come.
Read that, Baba Kashar.
Second Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14.
Go on.
If my people.
If what?
My people.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, Israelites. This is the Chronicles right here. Somebody told us, no, don't read the Chronicles. That's the Old Testament. Who told you? Joe Biden? Donald Trump? Your slave master? How would I know about the Bible if I don't read the Bible Constitution? How I don't know about America if I don't read the American Constitution, the American Chronicles? You know what I'm saying? How did I know about George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, if I don't read about George Washington? Who told us this? White Jesus doctrine. If my people, which are who's the blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians, 12 tribes of Israel, read on.
Which are called by my name.
Which is what?
Called by my name.
No. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is called by my name. Who is my? Which is called by my name. It says, if my people, which are called by my name. Who is the my? Baba Kashar, go to screen, yo. We're gonna break this down line by line. You got two people in the chat. Who is the my? Hold on, is that Kalakaza? Kalakaza, hold on, is that priest and officer Kalakaza from Philly? Is that him? Could be, you know what I mean? Yo, priest, is that you right there? Kalakaza? Let me see here. Let me see. Just in the paint. All right, no doubt. Shalom, Shamar, Thumba, Shemya, what's going on, sis? Who is my name? Who's the my in this scripture right here? In Second Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14. Who is the my? We give it a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds. All right. Okay. The my is the Most High God. The my is the 12 tribes of Israel, God. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. No, priest, do it say Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and everybody? No, it don't say that. It say the forefathers. Ain't George Washington is the forefather of America? Is Abraham Lincoln is the forefather of America? But how did George Washington became the forefather of Denzel Washington? Is George Washington the forefather of Eddie Murphy? Is George Washington the forefather of Cornel West? Is George Washington the forefather of what is that sister that married to the married to her oppressor, Candace Owens? Candace Owens, that's her name. Candace Owens, is George Washington your forefather? I know George Washington is your husband's forefather, but is he your forefather, Candace Owens? It's okay, but sometimes it's a love-hate relationship.
You know what she did, right?
Huh?
You know what she did.
She did. I know she married to Edomite. I know that.
She was with Donald Trump too.
She with Donald Trump?
Yeah, like my jumping.
Okay. Candace, go ahead.
She Donald Joe is married to Owens.
Oh, 1254. When she was a young girl. Oh, Baba Gashar, look up the age of Kenneth Owens. Look up the age. Because I think
Oh, Salakia. Damn it. Salakia.
What
Not Salakia. I'm thinking Salakia.
No, go ahead.
Salakia to the audience. I'm thinking of a different female. Not Candace Owens.
You talking about a model? You talking about
no, that talk show lady, that black talk show lady?
Oh, you talking about not Tanya.
Damn it.
She was a model? She was a model?
I don't know. Candace.
Talk show lady.
Candace Owens?
Yeah, Owens. Yeah, there she go. Right?
Oh, no.
Not her, right?
About somebody else. Yeah, what's her name?
All right, she's a talk show. She's a black talk show.
Yeah, with the short Hollywood haircut.
Short Hollywood haircut.
It's off the topic, but I thought you were talking.
Oh no, sure.
Candace Owens, she's
I think she was born in like
she's
80.
36.
She wasn't born in Club 54. That was in the 80s. That's when she was born. 36. Oh wait, we older than her. We way older than her, man. But blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Baba Gashar, read that from the top.
This is 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
If my people.
If what?
If my people.
So-called Mexicans. Say that again.
If my people.
So-called Venezuelans. Say that again.
If my people.
So-called Ecuadorians. Say that again.
If my people.
So-called African Americans. Say that again.
If my people.
If my people, the 12 tribes of Israel,
which are called by my name.
Which is called by the Most High name, which called for God of this Bible name.
Shall humble themselves.
Shall do what?
Humble themselves.
If we humble ourselves. You know what I mean? If we subject ourselves to our God.
And pray.
And what?
Pray.
Oh man, who told you to who taught blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians how to pray? A nation who wasn't our people. That's what happened. Kidnappers. You know what I'm saying? Patty Hearst people. Patty Hearst kidnappers taught Patty Hearst how to pray to God. Now Patty Hearst became Tanya. How that happened? I thought her name was Patty Hearst. When did her name become Tanya? When she started praying the same way as her kidnappers. When did my name become Jonathan? When my family started praying, you know what I'm saying, started praying like our kidnappers. That's what happened.
And seek my face.
And what?
Seek my face.
Who is my face? Go back to StreamYard. Let me see anybody can answer that question. Who is my face? We got 3 people in the chat. Who is my? Right now we in 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14. We on the third sentence. It says right here, and seek my face. Who is the my in this context? Who is the my in this context? Anybody in the chat? I see people shy. People shy today. You know what I mean? People wasn't shy when they were celebrating Father's Day. Oh, they ain't shy, right? People wasn't shy when they about to march down of the LGBTQ community parade. People wasn't shy when they were selling drugs to that pregnant women. Oh, nobody ain't shy. People wasn't shy when they want to smoke weed in front of little 10-year-old girls and 10-year-old boys. People ain't shy, preach. People ain't got no goddamn shame, huh? But when we talk about the Bible, people shame now, huh? Because it forced you to have some type of morality. Remember, the American Constitution don't have you don't have no morality. If your daughter want to be a whore, you could be a whore. You know what I'm saying? If men want to smoke weed in front of little girls and boys, in front of 5-year-old girls, 5-year-old boys, while they playing kickball, it's okay because there's no goddamn shame in America's system. Get high in front of your children. So let me know, who is my face in this scripture? Oh, you see how I dropped down, priest? I must have been smoked in somebody's soul. Huh? They must have been getting high in front of their kids and love it. They must have been slapping their mothers on their butts and love it. Sons is slapping their mothers on the butt like that rapper. What's that rapper? Extra Hector? What's his name? Hector? They must walk around their father with tank tops on. They must walk around their mothers with tank tops on. No moral compass. You see what happened, right? They don't want to hear it. They just want to get high. The mind is the Most High God. Seek the Most High God's face. The 12 tribes of Israel face. Read on.
And turn from their wicked ways.
And what?
Turn from their wicked ways.
Oh, yo, I'm not going to walk around my uncle, you know what I'm saying, with my butt out, with a tight suit on, with a skin, you know what I mean, with a body suit on. Say that again.
And turn from their wicked ways.
No. I'm not going to smoke weed in front of my, you know what I'm saying, in front of my mother. I'm not going to walk around, you know what I'm saying, walk around my daughter with boxer briefs on, with my bulge sewn, with my rod bulges sewn in front of my daughter. You know how disgusting that is? You know fathers walk around their daughters like this, right? And you know mothers don't say nothing about that. You know sons don't. You know they. You know what I mean? You know that we say this is normal. You know what I mean? You know our daughters walk around. You know what I'm saying? Their uncles, their fathers, their cousins around with their breasts out. Their breasts out, showing that cleavage. Right. And don't see nothing wrong with it. They don't consider what they're doing. They don't. And when somebody say, hey, can you please cover that up? They would take it offense the same way that LGBTQ community, you know what I mean? Somebody, you know what I mean? A man who loving a man would take offense to that. If you say, yo, you're not allowed to lust, you know, a man is not allowed to lust towards a man like he lusts towards a woman, they would take offense to that. Right. The same way that your daughter would take offense when you tell your daughter to put on some clothes. You see that? That's the reason why your daughter could walk around everybody butt naked like the LGBT, because there's no moral. There's no shame. Bob Gashar, start from Seek My Face.
Oh God. And seek my face. Mm-hmm. And turn from their wicked ways.
And turn from their what?
Wicked ways.
And blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians, we would turn from our wicked ways. No more, we're not going to say, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to say the Mexican is not our people. Meanwhile, they're getting crushed by Blanquito. We're talking like, you know what I mean? We're talking like Donald Trump. Why the black man is talking like Donald Trump? You know these black people talking about, I love Malcolm X. You would never be with Malcolm X. You would cross the goddamn street. I met these people before, priest. I met these people who talk about, you know what I mean? We got to get rid of these immigrants. I met these people before. I met these people that say, hey, man, you know what I mean? Stop talking about, you know what I'm saying? You in a victim mind state. I talked to these people before, priest. I talked to them during slavery. when I say let's escape from this slave master, you know what they told me? You know what they told me? Yo, hold up. Why we gotta escape from this slave master? What good place that we have? Slave master don't beat us like this. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like the plantation up the block. This, you know what I'm saying? This, you know what I'm saying? Our slave master is a good slave master. He's a fine slave master. I have never been beat in my life. And I've been in the house for 20 years. I've been in the big house for 20 years. I spoke to, you know what I mean? I spoke to what is that name that what is that brother's name that he folded? I got that he was married to Mariah Carey. Nick Cannon. I spoke to Nick Cannon before during slavery. When Nick Cannon was performing for his slave master. And I went to Nick Cannon and I said, yo, Nick Cannon, man, let's separate, you know what I'm saying? Let's get away from the slave master. He's so cruel. He said, you know what he said? I ain't never been beat. This slave master is good, you know what I mean? He's good to me. I get all the good scraps. You know, that's what Nick Cannon said to me, right? You know who also said that to me? I went to a sister, right? You know what I'm saying? I went to the sister in 1918. I went to a sister in 1918. And I was telling the sister, yo, we have to love our people. You know what I mean? We have to make sure, we have to take care of each other. You know what I'm saying? We cannot marry, you know what I'm saying, these other people because you remember what they did to us. This is in 1918 right here, please.
Right.
You know what she said? I can marry anybody I want to. I never met no bad white man. I met some good white man. You know who that was? Kendall Owens. I met Colonel Owens in the 1800s. She wanted to marry a white man, even though she seen those strange fruits on the tree. But she was thinking about personal, her individuality. She won't get that. I met these people, and they saying exactly everybody, you know what I'm saying, blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians. Whatever that we saying right now in 2025, we were saying it back then. You know that, right? We could pull it up. Why are you talking about slavery? That was 50 years ago. Slavery was 50 years ago. You know, black people said that in the 1950s, right? That was so long ago. Look what we're doing right now. Homeborn slaves. It says it right there. And turn away from our wicked ways. Read on.
Then will I hear from heaven.
Say that again.
Then will I hear from heaven.
Wait. Oh, Baba Bashar, say that again.
Then will I hear from heaven.
If blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians, who are the 12 tribes of Israel, who are God's chosen people, if we turn away from our wickedness, if we show brotherhood to each other, if we show sisterhood to each other, if we don't talk like a, you know what I'm saying, like an oppressor, if we don't talk like Donald Trump and Joe Biden and white Jesus doctrine, if we don't talk like the Pope, once we understand that the Mexicans are getting oppressed the same way like the Dominicans, the Venezuelans is getting depressed like the Jamaicans. The Jamaicans is getting oppressed like the Ecuadorians and the Guatemalans. Like Mexico oppressed the Guatemalans. You know the Mexico You know, Mexicans oppressed the Guatemalans, right? I don't think you know that, please. The Mexicans is racist against the Guatemalans. Where did they learn that from? Did they ever turn away from, you know what I'm saying, from the wickedness and say, no, Guatemalan's my brother, and the Guatemalans never did nothing wrong to me, but the Spaniards have. The Guatemalans speak Spanish, I speak Spanish. Why do we speak the same language? Wait, hold up. Somebody did something to us. We need to turn away from this white Jesus doctrine, because this white Jesus doctrine got me to think that I'm Mexican and I'm better than a Guatemalan. I'm Guatemalan and I'm better than an Ecuadorian. You know what I'm saying? I'm Ecuadorian and I'm better than a Dominican. I'm an African American and I'm better than a Jamaican. Somebody taught us this right here.
Go
ahead.
If I may.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
What you're bringing out is so heavy. I don't know if anybody remembers, if you remember, or anybody that's in the chat remember when I talk about when it comes to how the oppression wants us to forget about our history on slavery.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say how Steve Harvey.
Oh, yeah.
He said forget slavery. I got the guy. Just found it.
Oh, Bob Gashaw. Oh, matter of fact, go to Bob Gashaw. Go to the email. Go to the email real quick. Go to the email. There we go. Oh yeah, the email. Go back. All right. Click on JON. Yeah, on the search. Go to JON. All right. Click on that and put down Elon Musk. There we go. We're going to listen to what our oppressor said. Then we're going to listen to, you know what I'm saying, Steve Harvey said. That's what we're going to do, priest. That's what we're going to do. We're going to listen to both of them. This is hard body right here. And then to show you that we love our oppressor. We don't want to turn from the wicked ways of our oppressor. No, we want to celebrate Father's Day like our oppressor. I'm sure. Play that video.
In fact, if you look at history, if you study history broadly, everyone was a slave. Everyone.
Well, not everyone was a slave.
No, everyone was a slave.
Okay, but
just a question of when. Was it more recent or less recent? That's it. What future do we want? Is this something we want to make part of our constant dialogue forever, or do we want to say, like, let's just move on and treat everyone just who they are as an individual?
But what the evidence shows, that's not what's actually in practice.
I think we're doing better than anywhere else.
That doesn't mean a lot to a whole lot of people who aren't able to take advantage of the opportunities that you were able to take advantage of, simply because of the color of your skin.
What advantages does the color of my skin give me?
There's an ease that you have in society that many people of color don't. And there is a legacy of slavery that still continues on. There's a legacy of racism that still continues on in this country. That's undeniable.
If we keep talking about it nonstop, it will never go away. In fact, if you look at history, if you study history broadly,
if we don't talk about it, it's never going to go away. Just get assimilated into nothingness. You know what I mean? Just get black people, you know what I'm saying, Hispanic people, Native American Indian, just get assimilated into nothingness and understand we are the people over you. You understand that, priest? We're going to be the people over you. We won the war. So we're going to be first-class citizens, and you're going to be fourth and fifth-class citizens. Just forget about it. Forget about slavery. Forget about, you know what I mean, the Trail of Tears. Forget about it. Forget about the Alamo. Forget about it. We're never going to get over it. You see how he said we never going to get over it if we don't talk about it? Because you bringing up the crime of his people. This is a South African white man right here. He loved apartheid. He loved when white people was over people of color. Bob Shaw. Now play, now play Steve Harvey, who works for this man, who loved white Jesus doctrine. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? You can turn it up. Let's check the sound on our phones and see.
Greensboro has a lot of museums.
You can turn it up. You got the remote controls.
Here, and she has a question for you about some kind of social awkward moments. I'll let her explain.
Hi, Steve.
Hi.
So Greensboro has a lot of museums, but it has even more American history buffs. Problem is, I'm not one. Whenever I'm in circles of people talking about history, my eyes get wide and I panic. I pray that no one will ask me about historical topics. So what I do is I just avoid eye contact and I head straight to the bar. But I need a better strategy. What should I do if I find myself in a conversation with a history buff that goes over my head?
I want you to look right at the person and do this right here. They ask you something about the past. You say, I don't really care for slavery.
Pause that. Pause that. Bring it back. Bring it back a couple hairs. No, keep on going when she was getting interviewed. All right, right there. Go ahead.
Yes. Oh my God.
And do this right
Let's see
here.
the context.
They ask you something about the past. You say,
you know what I'm saying? This
I don't really care for slavery.
What is a good word to call this dirty feet dog? What is a good word to call her? What is it? You know what I mean? Something. Oh no, a strumpet. So this strumpet right here, this disgusting, unseemly strumpet, want to talk to Steve Harvey. She's a strumpet right here. If you don't know what a strumpet is a whore, a disgusting woman who love to be a whore. And that's what this strumpet is. That's what she is. She's a strumpet of the earth. Hillary Clinton is a strumpet. Barack Obama's mother is a strumpet. Prime cut. The cream of the cream strumpet. And guess what? And Candace Owens' stepmother is a strumpet.
Hi, Steve.
Hi.
So Greensboro has a lot of museums, but it has even more American history buffs. Problem is, I'm not one. Whenever I'm in circles of people talking about history, my eyes get wide and I panic. I pray that no one will ask me about historical topics. So what I do is I just avoid eye contact and I head straight to the bar. But I need a better.
Now, see, with this, you notice the lady is just talking about American history, not any specific type of American history. That's American history.
It's a lot.
But he goes there and says, forget about slavery.
That's the reason why I tell you to bring that back. See, this is a priest, you know what I'm saying? This is a priest officer of 1,000 Shaw. He is a priest and prophet because he understands. Because I'm like, yo, bring that back. Bring that back. Because remember I said, yo, go to the beginning. Let's get a context of this. She was just talking.
Right.
This strumpet, this dog, this roach. This snow roach right here. This disgusting trash right here. Because the white woman is trash.
Right.
She is trash. She's the creme of the creme if you're talking about whores. The creme. She's the top whore. She teaches the other nations how to deal with cows and You know, horses. That's what she's the criminal bestiality. That's her. That's her thing. I can't believe this sister's interviewing this dog. She should take a shower after this. It's so disgusting. But Bob Gashar, and you right, well, you know what I'm saying? You took it, you know what I mean? You said it. You said it, but let's play it again. Let's play it again. And after that, let's just go back to Elon Musk. Let's just go back to Elon Musk.
So like if I may speak, because I've been, when I teach, I've been telling people about this for years, you know what I'm saying? But this is my second time seeing it. Like YouTube is crazy. They got it.
Oh, of course they got it.
But
So the best thing about that they got it, we always have to have a reminder. Because remember, our president said, "Yo, forget the past. If we keep on talking about it, we're not going to get over it. If we keep on talking about, if we keep on talking about what is this coward name? Steve Harvey. If we keep on talking about Steve Harvey in this act, we're never going to get over it, please. You see what I'm getting at? We're never going to put Steve Harvey's feet to the fire if we stop talking about it. So who's going to talk about it? The priest and the prophet of the Lord. Until Steve Harvey repent for this disgusting statement, we're going to talk about it until the damn cows come home. Steve Harvey, remember you was a goddamn coward? Remember you said this, Steve Harvey? Remember you prayed, and Baba Gashar, remember he prayed with Donald Trump? Remember that? He put the blessing hands on him. Like he was getting power from this disgusting, from this disgusting snow roach. Right, Baba Gashar.
For you about some kind of social awkward moments. I'll let her explain.
Hi, Steve.
Hi.
So Greensboro has a lot of museums, but it has even more American history buffs. Problem is, I'm not one. Whenever I'm in circles of people talking about history, my eyes get wide and I panic. I pray that no one will ask me about historical topics. So what I do is I just avoid eye contact and I head straight to the bar. But I need a better strategy. What should I do if I find myself in a conversation with a history buff that goes over my head?
I want you to look right at the person and do this right here. They ask you something about the past. You say, I don't really care for slavery.
Hold that right there. Go to Elon Musk, please.
So can we just watch it?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Fucking like a chick.
Yes. Oh my God.
That's his voice. What his voice?
Oh, yeah.
It works every damn time. That's what I do when I'm sitting around a bunch of socialites and they start talking about the past and stuff. That's my line. I just say it and walk off. I have my little drink in my hand. I just say it and walk off. I don't really care for slavery and walk off and leave them sitting. I don't give a damn if they talking about Christopher Columbus. I don't give a damn if they talking about a treaty. I don't give a damn about an amendment, a bill. I don't care what the subject is. It could be prohibition. I don't care what the subject is. When you get through saying it, and I don't know what the hell you talking about, my favorite line is, I don't give a damn about slavery, and walk off.
See? Oh. Say it, you know what I'm saying?
She ain't said nothing about slavery. Nothing. She just ignorant of history. You know why she want to be ignorant of history? Because eventually she gonna go to some true history. But in general, I don't know what she know, but she just ignorant of history. That's it. She don't want to get into a history conversation. I understand that. It didn't have nothing to do with the Blacks' experience and the American Indians' experience in America. Nothing. You see what I'm saying? It's the same way that you have, you know what I mean? We talking about, we talking about not history, we talking about math. We talking about politics. You see what I'm saying? If you don't know anything about politics, you just shut your mouth and you keep it moving. It ain't, how you gonna say, yo, the politics or whatever, then this, you know what I mean? Like, how you go there? Cause somebody told Steve Harvey that. And the person who told Steve Harvey that, Steve Harvey had bended the knee. He's a coward. He always been a goddamn coward. And his money do not make him, you know what I'm saying? Do not make him have courage. His money don't make him, you know what I'm saying? Make him like a hero. He's not a hero. But if he do want to be a hero, if he want to show some, if he want to show some courage, some honor, some what is the word that we always use, priest? Some integrity. That's our favorite word. And if he want to show integrity, he need to pay 10% to the ISUPK. That's what he need to do, priest. And we will be his mouthpiece. Same thing with Nick Cannon. If Nick Cannon do not want to be a goddamn coward, you notice Nick Cannon don't want to interview Priest and Captain Tazaya? You notice that these people do not want Priest and Captain Tazaya on the Breakfast Club, but they want a perverted, you know what I'm saying, a violator of women, like Polite on their show, a disgusting perverted bastard. You notice that they have, and everybody loved this person, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is convicted violator. He put himself in the position of violating a woman. And he was guilty. And you know why I think, you know what I mean? You know why I know that he was guilty? Because you ever seen his old school outbursts? I will F you until you love me. He talked to men and women like that. I will F you until you love me. That's how disgusting he is. But everybody love him because everybody, you know what I'm saying? In America, your money would make everybody love you. Your money would make everybody look the other way. The same way with Puff Daddy and what is that white boy named? Epstein. And what do they call it? The casting couch. You know what the casting couch is, right? Yeah. Like Nickelodeons. Right. Same thing. Right. It came out. And Nickelodeon, it came out that, you know what I'm saying, the brothers, you know what I mean, our brothers and sisters, and you know what I'm saying, who is of our kin and is not our kin, was getting touched by the people who was in charge. Nickelodeon supposed to be canceled. Right now, Nickelodeon about to have an event show. There's no moral compass in Nickelodeon. The end justify the means. Baba Kishar, go back to that scripture. We gotta finish that up. Start from the top and just read it down, Baba Kishar. For Second Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 17. Chapter 7, verse 14.
Second Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name.
Yeah, my people is the 12 tribes of Israel, who are so-called black Hispanics and American, called by my name. My name is the Most High God. Read on.
Shall humble themselves.
Yeah, we shall humble ourselves. Read on.
And pray and seek my face.
You know what I'm saying? Only, you know what I mean? We should pray and seek the Most High face because He is our God. Blacks, Hispanics, and the Americans. Read on.
And turn from their wicked ways.
Don't act like these disgusting other heathens. Stop celebrating the holidays. Stop celebrating Christmas. Stop, you know what I mean? Stop celebrating the day of the goddamn dead. It's dead. They dead. Why are you celebrating it? It ain't gone. What is they going to do? Not a goddamn thing. But the living will do something. The living will do something. He is the God of the living, not the dead. But somebody else told us to celebrate the dead. We don't.
Then will I hear from heaven.
Then the Most High God will hear from heaven the same way that He heard when we was in slavery in Egypt. Blacks, Hispanics, and the Americans. God's chosen people. You try to say He's not going to hear us in slavery now, but He heard us in slavery when we was in Egypt. But everybody believe in His Bible. You know they believe in His Bible, priest? They believe that story that the Most High God heard the 12 tribes of Israel praying to get out of slavery. You think now it changed? It changed because white Jesus doctrine say it changed. We don't.
And will forgive their sins.
Say that again?
Will forgive their sins.
No. The Moabite sin. Say that again?
And will forgive their sins.
No, the Edomite sin. Say that again?
And will forgive their sins.
The Anamite sin. Say that again?
And will forgive their sins.
The Egyptian sin. Say that again?
And will forgive their sins.
The mixed multitude sin. Say that again?
And will forgive their sins.
Yo, God so loved the world. Say that again?
And will forgive their sins.
White Jesus loved everybody. Say that again?
And will forgive their sins.
Hold up. This is 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14. Whose sins is it being forgiven? The 12 tribes of Israel sins is being forgiven. That's in our Constitution. That's in our history. If we turn our face from wickedness, then the Most High will forgive our sin. Now, if Yahweh Shai, Mashiach come on the scene, what did He told the Israelites to turn away from what? Their sins. Then He will be a what? The door to the Most High God once we turn away from our sins. We don't.
Oh, God. And will heal their land.
Say that again?
And will heal their land.
When the last time our land became healed? We turned away our sin. We still got the cartel. The Mexican cartel. We still got these Yetas and the Mexican mafia. We're doing disgusting acts to our brothers and sisters. We participate in homosexuality. We got to turn away from our sins. Mexico, Mexicans, 12 tribes of Israel, God's chosen people. Yashakar. If you want, you know what I'm saying, our enemy will become our footstool, you're going to have to stop being a cartel. You're going to have to stop smoking weed. You're going to have to start treating your sisters like whores. You're going to have to stop participating in homosexuality. You're going to have to start, you know what I'm saying, start saying that, you know what I'm saying, date a white man so you could enhance the race. You know, that's what they say, right? They said for an indigenous Mexican brother who is dark, for them to date a white woman or a white man so they can enhance the race for white people. So they can look like Camilo Harris, who is a descendant from the Spaniards. You see how destroyed we are? The same thing that's going on in the black community. You know whose pretty tone is. Light skin tone with the good hair, with the curls. Oh, the reason why that sister married that brother, cause he looked like special ed with the curls. Cause they thought their son or their daughter gonna have the curls, the good hair. Who taught us that? Good hair. You know they believe in Jesus, right? Jesus have hair of wool, but the good hair. Who taught us about good hair and bad hair? Who taught us that? White Jesus doctrine taught us that. Who taught us that it's good to be light skinned and bad to be dark skinned? Who taught us that? White Jesus doctrine. Look on all so-called Hispanic TV, and you see nothing but blanquitos. You see nothing but white people. Guess who's the president of Mexico? A white woman, a Jewish white woman. You believe that? Man, we was on one scripture, spot. Blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans. We have to turn away from our wickedness. We have to stop doing the things that our oppressors is doing. Talking about Happy Father's Day. What Father's Day? You don't have a father. You don't know how to be a father. You don't know how to be a son to your father. You don't know how to be a daughter to who? To your father. Who taught you about father? Who taught us about father? White Jesus taught us about fatherhood. Who is us? Pull that Baba Shaw. Go to Exodus chapter 23, verse 22.
Okay.
We're gonna go from the Old Testament to the New. So-called, Exodus chapter 23, verse 22.
Exodus chapter 23, verse 22. Let me blow it up.
What? Appreciate that. For blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians. You know what I mean? If we turn away from our wickedness, the Most High God will forgive us from our sin.
Right.
Same thing in the New Testament. Only way that we could get forgiveness of sin. Remember, Yahushua, you know what I'm saying? He put his life on the line for our sin. It don't mean that we have to keep on sinning. If we forgive our brother, the Most High will forgive us. If we forgive our sister, the Most High will forgive us. If we turn away from the sin, the Most High will forgive us.
Right.
And you know what I mean? And Yahushua Mashiach, and we call Jesus Christ, he was that unblemished lamb. He was that brother that put his life on the line for his nation. So the Most High God said, yo, you know what? I'm gonna forgive you. I'm gonna forgive your people. Because Yahushua is our people. Hey,
Go on, God. This is Exodus chapter 23, verse 22. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice.
Say that again.
But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice.
If you, Israelite, obey, you know what I'm saying? Oh, but if thou, Israelite, shall indeed pay close attention, obey his voice, the Most High God's voice, the 12 tribes of Israel, read on.
And do all that I speak.
Say that again.
And do all that I speak.
So right now, Moses is speaking for the Most High God. And do all that I speak. Read on.
Then I will be an enemy.
Say that again.
Then will I be an enemy.
The Most High God will be an enemy. If we hearken, if we obey the voice of our God, then our God would be an enemy. Read on.
Unto thy enemies.
To what?
Thy enemies.
Donald Trump. Say that again.
Thy
The French, say that again. You know what I'm saying? The Portuguese, say that again. The Spaniards, say that again. You know what I'm saying? Norwegians, say that again. Would be an enemy to our enemy. The Most High God will be. Mexico, if you turn away and you obey the Most High God, then the Most High God would be an enemy to your enemy. And who is your enemy right now? I guess a blood in the Crip is your enemy, huh? You know the Bloods and Crips is deporting Mexicans, right? You know that? You know African Americans is deporting Mexicans. You know that? You know the African. The African American wrote. You know what I'm saying? Wrote to Congress and said that we're gonna write this law to deport the Mexicans. You know that? You know that? You know the Jamaicans is deporting the Puerto Rico, deporting the Dominicans, the Jamaicans. You know that? Priest, how you didn't know that the Cubans is deporting the Guatemalans? Priest, you didn't know that? You didn't know that? You didn't know that? You didn't know that the Guatemalans went to Donald Trump and say, yo, you need to deport the you need to deport the Cubans? You didn't know that? You didn't know? How you didn't know that, priest? How you didn't know that the African Americans wrote law in the law books to say we need to import these Haitians, to deport these Haitians? You didn't know that? How you didn't know that?
You know, it's like if I may.
Go ahead, please.
You know what I'm saying? What you're bringing out is so heavy, and I understand the message that you're bringing out. You know what I'm saying? But the sad thing about what you're saying is that you leave it up to, you know what I'm saying, the Negroes, the tribe of Judah. That's what they would do. They would deport the Mexicans. They would deport the Haitians. You understand? Because what are we seeing? You know what I'm saying? This riot this protest that's going on in Los Angeles, you have a lot of so-called Negroes, so-called Blacks, African Americans. You understand why is the Mexicans waving the Mexican flag? You understand what I'm saying? As if you forgot about our oppression by the white man. You know what I'm saying? As if you forgot about the Atlantic slave trade. We still traumatized over that. You understand what I'm saying? But yet you want to, why is the Mexican waving the Mexican flag? You're not saying, what are you talking about the neo-Nazi flag? Are you talking about the Confederate flag? You don't even talk about that. But you're worried about a Mexican that's waving their flag because they're under oppression. Hey, listen, that's why the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana is very important. You understand? Because it unites the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
And it gives us, you understand, the know of each individual tribe, the oppression that we went through by our oppressor, which is our main enemy. You understand? We're more sympathetic. Captain Contazar, you understand? He said something that blew my mind when I first came into the truth. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that we don't get taught. You know what I'm saying? And not in the universities, not in high school. You know what I'm saying? That the Northern tribe, which is the Hispanic, so-called Hispanic state of North American Indians, they had a head start in slavery. You know how many years? Remember? 200 years. 200 years. You understand? We came after. So, goddamn it, guess what? They got the right to be oppressed. They got the right to be angry. You understand? And they got the right to stand up what they're fighting for. Can I just play this video just to show you? Can I show you? I came across this video for TikTok, and it just goes to show you that when you out in the world, you don't know who your people are. You don't know that other Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians because we're so stuck, especially Judah. Judah is so stuck on African American this our struggle that we don't even show pity towards the other tribes. Why shouldn't we? We don't even recognize the Hispanics as our people. We don't even recognize the Mexicans and the Haitians as our people. If I could just play this.
No, in your business.
I just want everybody to listen to this brother, this Black man. Unfortunately, he's a Jake and he don't know nothing. I blow this up. I can't blow this up. All right, so I'm gonna play this. Wow.
There you go. Go over to the what's the name? There you go.
Let me just blow this up so everybody can see this. Now, just listen to what he's saying. Very rude and disrespectful.
Wait, let me read the what is that? LA hot.
Los Angeles gets heated because they're over there protesting about the ice rays and whatnot, right?
And he holding the sign.
No, this is not the. He's not holding.
Oh, he's not holding it. All right.
I tell you right now, if somebody's up I know a black person, somebody who comes from Colombia, Cuba, or Caribbean, they're not black, they're Haitian.
Hold on. He's saying that the Cubans, the Mexicans are not black. Okay.
They're fucking Haitians. They're not fucking black. They're fucking Haitians. No, we ain't even doing history shit.
He just said Haitians are not black. Let me bring it up to this. Let me just.
I tell you right now, if somebody's up I know a black person, somebody who comes from Colombia, Cuba, or Caribbean, they're not black, they're Haitian. They're fucking Haitians. They're not fucking black, they're fucking Haitians. No, we ain't even doing history shit. We're talking about today. We're talking about every time a black person gets pulled over. Every fucking Mexican ain't targeted. All these fucking Mexicans never gone through the shit that black folks went through. And they got the fucking nerve. Hold on. And they got the nerve to talk about they built this country. Those bitches wasn't here in the beginning. So I don't want to hear shit about.
You know what he said? He said those bitches wasn't here from the beginning. When he say those bitches, he's talking about the Mexicans. And they had a 200-year start in slavery. He don't know that. He doesn't know that. But he's so bent on his tribe. He's so just bent on the so-called Negro oppression. You understand? And why he's acting like this? Because guess what, Sister? He don't know that the Mexicans are his brothers. He don't know that the Haitians are his brothers. That's why he's spoken like this in ignorance.
Oh, it's lucky. If I may, I think he's an agent. His flag is red, white, and blue because remember, he don't even know about right now in 2025, there's an African American community in Mexico. Remember, Mexico fought, fought the British, the English, during slavery. You see what I'm saying? During that time, they put their life on the line for slavery. To this day, they got African Americans in Mexico right now. You know what I'm saying? And they was during that time during slavery. They escaped from everybody forgot about that part. Everybody forgot about that. Everybody forgot about, you know what I'm saying, the vice president of the first when Mexico kicked out the Spaniards. The vice president was African American.
And he might be an agent, he might be a troll, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't know what that is.
And let's say if he's not. Obviously, he don't know about the animal, how the Mexicans help the Negroes.
That's what I'm talking about.
If I may just finish this because
go ahead.
This just really got
No, but it's not about us. But when you fuckers, even your ass, comes out and makes this an issue, that's what we gotta look at. This is what we gotta look at it as. You see this white person? You see your ass? This is what black folks. I tell you right now.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and you got a lot of tribe. You know, you got a lot of people. You know, our tribe of Judah. You understand? That's hating on the Mexicans because they're expressing their frustration of their oppression, as if the tribe of Judah never got oppressed.
That's right. No, you're dropping this on him. But the problem about this, he's saying that towards a woman.
Right. I mean,
there's no look. You have on a Donald Trump shirt on, man.
Right.
How I'm going to take you serious? How I'm going to take you serious? The things that you say is what Donald Trump is saying right now.
Right.
But I met, I met this brother. I met this brother before. I met him. I met that brother. Go ahead, please.
That's a lot there. And I wouldn't even be surprised if he just hates his own tribe and his own people, black people overall.
Oh, he do.
Because he looks like it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like
he do. He's like, oh, you got a victim mentality. But I met the brother before. I met him. I met that brother in 1790. I met that brother in 1790. We was, we was on a plantation together, right? And I was like, yo, I was talking to that brother. I'm like, yo, man, let's go to in Canada. You know what I mean? They're not enslaving people, and we can escape from let's get away from any place is better than here. Let's escape from this wicked, wicked slave master. You know what he told me? How are we going to eat in the wilderness? I'm getting my food here. This, Master John didn't do nothing to me. That's what he told me. He told me the same thing. And I told him, yo, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, I know North American Indians, they're going to help us. You know what I mean? We're going to go to this reservation. They're going to protect us. You know what he told me? Those is not my brothers. I'm saying, yo, what you talking about, man? We're going to go into the reservations and we're not going to be touched and they're going to protect us so we could be free. Nah, man, those is not, those is not my people. That's what he told me in the 1700s. You know what happened to him? He got unalived because he was talking to me. You know what happened to me? I went to the reservation and those brothers and sisters taught me and protected me. That's the same guy. You know that, right, Priest? That's the same guy. That's the same guy, man. The best thing about Nation-Isupk, we don't even have to pull scriptures. We just pull up the history. Right? You were saying that back in the days. Right? Harriet Tubman say, I could have freed 1,000 more if they knew they were slaves. Right? That's what you saying exactly the same way. What year did the Mexicans, what year did the Mexicans stop you from voting? What year did the Mexicans rode into red line? What year did the Mexicans drop the guns, tons of guns in your neighborhood? What year was that? Oh, just read that from the top of it.
So, God, Exodus chapter 23, verse 22.
Yeah, last verse.
But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice,
go on,
and do all that I speak,
go on,
then I will be an enemy unto thy enemy.
Do we want the Most High God to be an enemy to our enemy? Do the Mexicans want the Most High God to be an enemy to your enemy? Do this man that clearly have Stockholm syndrome? Clearly has Stockholm syndrome. Don't he want to get healed? To understand that the people who kidnap him is his enemy? The people who's on his shirt is his enemy. Bishar, and this be the last one, Slocky. Go to 2 Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 20. Slocky. Chapter 7, verse 20.
Second Chronicles chapter 7, verse 20. Then I will pluck them up by the roots out of.
Say that again.
Then will I pluck them up by the roots out of my land, which I have given them. And this house which I have sanctified for my name, will I cast out of my sight, and will make it to be a proverb and a byword among all nations.
You see how hard that scripture is? You see that? Bible Bishar, start that from the top. I broke it down.
Oh God, then will I pluck them up by the roots out of my land.
So now, you know what I'm saying? If we don't want to turn from our wickedness, Black Hispanics and Native American Indians, what is that holiday that the Israelites, the Northern Kingdom, would celebrate? You know, that Day of the Dead. What they call it? Say again?
No, not Cinco de Mayo.
Santa de Mayo. Santa Domingo?
No, it's
Mayo. Yeah, it's Santa Domingo. It says it right here. Then will I pluck them up. Who is the them? The 12 tribes of Israel. Then will I, who is the I? The Most High God. Pluck them up by the roots out of my land. Who is the land of Israel? Who's that land belong to? The Most High God.
Oh, Salaki Pame. It's literally called the Day of the Dead.
I don't know, but
from the Mexican?
Yeah.
It's literally called
the Day of the Dead. But what is the word that they use?
Let me see.
The word that they use. Yeah, I know it's the Day of the Dead. But the word that they use. If you go on pull it up. But I'm going to say it for time's sake, the Day of the Dead, Mexico. If you stop celebrating the Day of the Dead, because the Most High God had did what to us? He plucked us out of our land. You know what I mean? He dropped the cartels and we selling cocaine and we doing all type of wickedness to each other. He plucked us out of God's glory because it was a bunch of sinful bastards. Then I will pluck them up by the root out of my land, which I have given them, and this house, which I have sacrificed for my name, I will cast out my sight. If we don't turn away from our sin, if we don't, you know what I'm saying, if we don't drop, you know what I'm saying, the Mexican mafia, if we don't drop the MS-13, if we don't drop, you know what I'm saying, the Bloods and Crips, if we don't drop, you know what I'm saying, the Latin Kings, if we don't drop, you know what I'm saying, we don't drop these artificial gangs that is not protecting us. If Donald Trump decided to go to Haiti, those goddamn gangs is not going to do nothing. They're going to bow the knee. They're going to bow the knee. They ain't going to fight against America. They only fight against the victims of America. Say, I will cast out of my sight. Read on.
God, and I will cast out of my sight and will make it to be a proverb.
Say that again.
And will make it to be a proverb.
And make it what?
To be a proverb.
Mexican. Say that again.
Make it to be a proverb.
African American. Say that again.
Make it to be a proverb.
Ecuadorian. Say that again.
Make it to be a proverb.
Venezuelan. Say that again.
Make it to be a proverb.
Read on.
byword.
Oh man, say that again.
In a byword.
I met a Mexican that speaks Spanish, but I never met a Mexican that speaks Mexican. Say that again.
In a byword.
Oh no, I met an African American that speaks African American, but I met an African American that speaks English, but I never met an African American that speaks African American. Say that again.
In a byword.
No, I met a Haitian that speaks French, but I never met a Haitian that speaks Haitian. Say that again.
In a byword.
No, I met a Puerto Rican that speaks Spanish, but I never met a Puerto Rican who speaks Puerto Rican. Say that again.
In a byword.
In a byword, read on.
Among all nations.
Among what?
All nations.
Oh man. Ask a Mexican who they are. Ask an African American who they are. Ask a Brazilian who they are. And all of us got named by our oppressor. All of us walking around with our oppressor name on our backs. Yeah, hey, even people who's not us. Ask a Hawaiian who they are. Ask a Hawaiian. Ask what is that word I'm looking for? A Samoan. Ask them who they are. Ask them. Guarantee they will speak as a white man. Blacks, Hispanics, and the Americans. Bobby Bashar, read the title of this class.
God's people, unity is pleasure to our nation.
Say that again.
God's people, unity is pleasure to our nation.
Oh, Slack, let's get this last scripture. My fault. Go to Romans chapter 12, verse 10. Go to Romans chapter 12, verse 10. Say, God's people, unity is pleasure to our nation. We're supposed to have pleasure once we reunite, Blacks, Hispanics, and the Americans. But somebody don't want us to have no pleasure. Somebody don't want us to unite. And who is that? Donald Trump and white Jesus doctrine. Joe Biden and the Pope doctrine and white Pope doctrine. Bob Bashar, read that.
Romans chapter 12, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Be kindly affectionate.
Say that again.
Be kindly affectionate.
Blacks, Hispanics, and the Americans, we got to be kindly affectionate. Read on.
One to another.
One to another. Don't you think it's about time for us to be kindly affectionate to one to another, to God's chosen people? Read on.
With brotherly love.
With what?
Brotherly love.
With brotherly love. Read on.
And honor, preferring one another.
You say that again?
And honor, preferring one another.
And honor, preferring one another. It's an honor, preferring one another. Who said that is not an honor for an African American to prefer a Mexican? Who says it's not an honor for a Mexican prefer a Guatemalan? Who says it's not an honor that a Brazilian to prefer, an Ecuadorian? Who says it's not an honor that a Haitian prefer a Dominican? You know who said that? White Jesus doctrine says it's not an honor for a Dominican prefer a Haitian. White Jesus doctrine says it's not an honor for, for a Dominican prefer a Haitian. It's not an honor for a Mexican prefer an African American. It's not an honor. But the Most High God, our brother Paul say, it's an honor to prefer the 12 tribes of Israel. Because his book was only written to the 12 tribes. And say, be kindly and affectionate one to another with brotherly love and honor. And honor, preferring one another. It's an honor to prefer one another. a goddamn honor. But we ran away from the honor. We want to get honor from white Jesus. And white Jesus said, it's honorable for your daughter to become a goddamn man. It's honorable for your son to be a goddamn whore as a woman. Repeat that, please. Read that. It's an honor for your son to walk down the LGBTQ community and be a whore as a woman. There's no moral compass in America. There's nothing in America. And with that, I'm Precinct Officer Paratazar. You know what I'm saying? This is No Coward Yonkers, New York. And this is the Israelite School in Nation-Isupk Brotherhood. ISUPK started for 1 West 120th Street, Harlem, New York, under community honor. And since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians, who are God's chosen people, who are the 12 tribes of Israel. It's an honor preferring your own kind. And with that, I'm going to say Yahweh Bashem Yahshua to the brothers, Yahweh Shemar Thumb Bashem Yahshua to the sisters, and I'm going to pass the class over to Precinct Officer 1000 Shaw.
Clap it up for the class. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10 means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory whatsoever among you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, which will be the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets, or any other ISUPK high holy day or function. Make sure you look on the back of your bulletin board for further details, or go to isupk.com, which is our website. If anyone wants to be a trooper of the school, to start with all black, blue shirt, pants, headband, scarf. And with that, men of Israel are Madim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we will give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Madim Shabbat. Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua B'rakadam. Yagamata, which means hands down. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat. Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shema Arakam Ba'ashem Yahushua. Yagamata, which means hands down. Class dismissed.